Internal Revenue Service IRS News dated September 12, 2019. Tax pros should create recovery plan and report thefts immediately. Tax professionals should review their security measures and create a data theft recovery plan. This plan can help save valuable time and protect tax professionals and taxpayer after a data theft PDF. There's a PDF link to the taxpayer after data theft here. One of the first things a preparer should do after a theft is contact the IRS. Here are other steps tax pros should outline in their plan. So we have the outline. Contact the IRS and law enforcement is the first item. Report client data theft to the local IRS Stakeholder Liaison. There's a link here to the local IRS Stakeholder Liaison. They will notify IRS Criminal Investigation and other appropriate offices within the agency on behalf of the preparer. Speed is critical. If reported quickly, the IRS can take steps to block fraudulent returns in a preparer's client's name. So obviously, if there's going to be stolen data related to tax filing, it may be that they're going to use that data in order to file fraudulent returns in order to try to get a refund on them. If you contact the IRS immediately, then they may be able to be in the lookout for those fraudulent returns, and that will help us to be upfront about the problem that could happen in the future, which is a fraudulent return being filed, and then the hassle of basically two returns possibly being filed at some point, and trying to figure out what the problem is. If we're proactive with it, it saves times on the IRS side, and of course saves times with the client as well, of having to go through the burden of filing a return and having a return having been filed already, and then having to sort through that at a later point. Next, we have the local Federal Bureau of Investigation that we should contact. There's going to be a link to that in this here. We'll have a link to this site in the description. Local police and file a report on the data theft. So we should also contact the local police, file the report on the data theft. Next item, contact state agencies where they prepare state returns. State agencies email the Federation of Tax Administrators at statealert@taxadmin.org. There's going to be a link to the description here so you can see that email address to get information on how to report victim information to the states. Next, we have the State Attorney General. Link to the State Attorney Generals here on this website. Most states require that the Attorney General be notified about data thefts. This process may involve contacting multiple offices. Contact experts. This is the next item. Contact experts. We have the security expert. There's a link to security expert here. They can determine the cause and scope of the theft. They can also figure out how to prevent future losses. Then the insurance company, we should contact the insurance company. Preparers should check to see if their insurance policy covers expenses related to the data loss. Next item, contact clients and other services. We have then the Federal Trade Commission. There is a link to the Federal Trade Commission here. They offer tips and templates for businesses that suffer data compromise. They even have suggested language for informing clients. So the best language, okay, your data's been compromised. We want to inform the client. We want to be very open and straightforward with this to basically solve any kind of problems at this point in time. How do we approach that type of discussion, of course, with the client at that point? So it's a touchy kind of subject. So the language there might be helpful to format that type of communication. Next item, clients. Send a letter to the victims letting them know about the theft. So we need to notify, of course, the clients of the theft so that they are aware of it. Preparers should work with law enforcement on timing. A preparer who has prior year data in their system may need to contact former clients. So even if we have prior clients that aren't current clients, may need to contact the prior clients. Tax software provider is the next item. Tax software provider. They may need to take steps to prevent inappropriate use of the compromised account for e-filing. So if the account for the filing software was compromised, then you don't want that account, of course, to then be used to e-file tax returns. Next, we have the website and client portal provider. Thieves may have stolen passwords. The preparer and provider would need to reset these. So obviously, if they stole password, we want to reset all the passwords. And then we have the Credit and Identity Theft Protection Agency. Certain states require credit monitoring and identity theft protection to victims of identity theft, ID theft. Credit bureaus Notify them if there's a compromise. The preparer's clients may seek their services.